Hey everybody, Mike here, enjoying a nice fall South Carolina day. Smoking a Savinelli Baronet Briar 611EX. Smoking some Boswell's Hunter's Choice. I really like this pipe. I'll probably come back and do a little review of it. Kind of a slightly bent pot shape. Rather large pipe. It's probably the largest pipe I own at this point. But really enjoy smoking it. Got a nice big bowl, thick walls, smoke's nice and cool, easy to draw on. But anyway, just wanted to thank everybody for watching my intro video. Like I said in the video, sorry that the third one was kind of inferior to the first two. But I think I got my point across. Just wanted to do a video asking you guys some questions about tobacco choice. Kel put up a video earlier this morning. He was talking about trying to get hold of some Lane PCA, and that's one of the brands that, or one of the blends that quite a few people have suggested to me, being that I, at this point, tend to smoke Cavendishes, mild aromatics. But it got me to thinking. I touched on in my first video that when I started smoking, the first thing I started smoking was Captain Black. So I was kind of thinking about how my taste in tobaccos have changed over the years. The reason I started smoking Captain Black, well, started smoking a pipe, was I remember as a kid, and this is in California, back in a time when smoking in public wasn't so frowned upon. And, you know, I would be out with my parents or whatever, and every so often I would smell the smell. And, you know, being a kid, I wasn't sure what it was. Could have been, for all I knew, cigarettes, pipe, cigar. But it was a very, very distinct smell. And I always remember it, kind of subconsciously in the back of my head. So, flash forward a number of years, I was in high school, and I happened to be at a friend's house. And his dad had been a pipe smoker for years, and he had a jar, or a tin, of, well, it was empty at the time, but it had been a jar of Captain Black. So I just happened to take it off this bookshelf and pop the top, and that smell hit me. And all of a sudden, it just brought back all those memories of being a kid and smelling that smell. You know, up to that point, I had dabbled in smoking cigarettes, which is not a good thing, but and a few cigars. And I always thought that what I had smelled as a child was a cigar smell. You know, the nearest I could tell was a backwoods cigar from 7-Eleven or something. But when I smelled that, it just, it greatly piqued my curiosity. So at that point, I did the best I could. I went down, got a Dr. Graybo from Thrifty, pouch of Captain Black, started smoking. And I would smoke that on and off for a number of years. You know, kind of took a backseat to cigarette smoking and other herbal remedies that I partook in at the time. But when I did get back into smoking, I kind of came at it from a different approach. I did a lot of reading first, and wanted to take it more seriously and educate myself, and at least know what I was doing and know different blends available out there. So when I did get back into it, sorry, I'm doing this on my iPhone here. When I did get back into it, I actually started smoking non-aromatics, and started off with just there was a local shop here I went to, and I got a couple different shop blends. I think one was a Burley, one was a Golden Virginia or something like that. I kind of smoked those for a while, and then I got into some English blends. One of the first was Peterson's Old Dublin, and then from there I think I started, I managed to get a hold of some Squadron Leader and some Dunhill Nightcap. So I smoked those for quite a while, and as I started smoking more, I enjoyed those blends, but as my wife kind of warmed up to me smoking a pipe, we'd sit out here on the porch, and she would read, and I would have my pipe, and I could just tell from comments she made if the, let's say, room note wasn't quite pleasing to her, in so many words. But I was kind of hesitant, because I did recall how Captain Black would leave an awful lot of residue in the pipe, and I mean, Captain Black is good for what it is, but it's not up to the quality, shall we say, of some other aromatics. I'm not knocking it. It's obviously a very, very popular tobacco, and hell, from time to time I break out a corn cob and smoke me a little Captain Black. But so I started kind of looking around, and I started looking into aromatics more. I had a feeling that some of the stronger aromatics were going to be the ones that would give me trouble as far as a lot of residue and that chemically taste. A little tamp here. So, yeah, I need a relight. Of course, the air conditioning kicks on. Hopefully you can hear me over that. So anyway, I started looking around, and I knew that some of the heavier aromatics and things like some of the cherries were going to be the ones that would give me, issues as far as residue in the pipe and chemically taste. So I started out with some Cavendish blends, and I happened to find a couple that I really liked. There's a local pipe shop I go to called Boda Pipes up in Greenville, and they have some really good blends. One is called Charlestown Cavendish, which is, I mentioned in the first video, is a locally grown Georgia Cavendish. And another one called Virginia Black, which has, it's a Virginia Cavendish mix. And a number of others. I smoke Boswell's Best, Boswell's Hunter's Choice, Mac Baren 7 Seas, Black, a couple others. And I've come to really enjoy them. My wife seems to appreciate them. She is much more agreeable when she's sitting out here with me and I'm smoking a aromatic. But it just got me to thinking how, people come into pipe smoking. Some folks come in and they start off strictly with the aromatics, and then it's like a big step for them to start smoking English blends. Others are opposite. Others are purists and kind of scoff at aromatics and, kind of like a wine snob would, or something like that. And I'm guilty of a little bit of that. When I first got back into it, I thought, okay, you know, I'm taking this seriously, and I'm gonna jump in with both feet here and get the full experience. So I was kind of hesitant to smoke aromatics for a long time, which I guess I've come around. Obviously, I'm smoking more aromatics. And I thought it would be more of a distinct line as far as smokers, whether they were aromatic or English smokers. But it seems like even on YouTube, some of the channels I watch, there's a lot of guys that are prefer to smoke English blends, but if you watch very closely, in a lot of their videos, they're smoking some sort of aromatic blends too. So, you know, is it more of a smoke what you want type proposition? Are folks more likely to smoke one or the other? I guess that's kind of what I wanted to ask everybody out there. Is what your opinion of it is. I guess my take on things as of late has been, if it tastes good, if it smells good, smoke it, you know? I don't worry too much about what I smoke and what pipe. I have a tendency to really clean out my bowl when I'm done smoking, so I think that has a lot to do with taking a lot of the residue out and keeping it from smelling up whenever I'm smoking next. Also, I don't have the most acute sense of taste and smell, so I think where others might be hypersensitive to it, it's not much of an issue for me. But if you're so inclined to, I just would like to know, those of you watching, what you initially started smoking when you started smoking a pipe, and if that's changed at all since you started smoking a pipe. And also, are you a one or the other kind of person? You smoke just aromatics or just not English blends, non-aromatics sort of blends? And also, a bonus question for those of you out there that do like aromatics. What are some good Cavendish blends that you can think of? I just tend to like something that I can smoke all day. I don't know, I hear people say that they get a lot of tongue bite and this and that from aromatic blends, but I tend to have the opposite. To me, they're cooler smoking, no bite whatsoever. They're the kind of blends that I can smoke all day if I was so inclined. So I'm curious as to what you guys have to say about that. Also, if there's any other aromatic blends you can think of. I tend to like natural tasting. I don't like, I haven't come across any with a heavy casing with a chemical smell, but I know that there are some out there that tend to be on the chemically side, but you know, I know a lot of guys like smoking cherry. I don't know if I'm quite into cherry. I suppose if there was one that was highly suggested, I might give it a try. But anyway, just kind of looking for a general consensus, what you guys think. I'm always looking for suggestions for something new to smoke. Mellow is my thing. I guess that's why I like Cavendish. To me, it's a very mellow, kind of ranges from vanilla to marshmallow kind of flavor. Yeah, but anyway, just curious what you guys think. If you want to do a video response, that's cool. If you want to say go to hell, that's cool. Just appreciate you watching, and look forward to some suggestions. Talk to you guys later.